Hi, I'm Val from Kiss the Chef Personal Chef and Catering Service. This is the first in a series of wing recipes, wing cooking methods. We'll be working on some sauces and some different cooking methods. Today we'll be deep frying the wings. Up until my early 40s, I never deep fried anything. I used to teach healthy cooking classes, and then my ex bought me for the birthday or Christmas my first deep fryer. All I could say was, where have you been all my life? Not to my ex, to the deep fryer. Anyway, it's been all deliciously downhill since then. These are the chicken wings. I like to buy them in the whole chicken wing like this. You can buy them already cut up. Much cheaper this way. All about saving a penny. And then what you have to do is just cut it up. We did in the demo, in the promo video, I demonstrated how to cut the wings, but we'll just do it again here once or twice just so you can see. You're just looking for joint right here in the wing tip, which we're going to cut off and reserve for soup stock. And then when we're cutting the flat from the drumette, we're looking for this joint right here, this joint in the drumette. And we're going to go down an angle to cut the two pieces apart. Okay, we're going to put them in here. One more time. Cut through the tip. Then we're looking for our joint here, the little bone, and then we'll cut it there. So there we have it. We have our flats separately from our drumettes, and you can take this time also to cut any extra fat off it. So for this method, there's 3 different ways to coat wings or to fry wings, 3 different coating method choices. We're using a dry coating here. You can use a batter coating, there's also the naked fry, which I've been reluctant to try until I found out that the naked referred to the fact that the chicken doesn't have a coating on it. Boy, am I glad I learned that before we filmed that segment. So we have the chicken. Oh, that's okay. We're going to leave that on there. We're going to do is salt the chicken first. I'm going to give it a quick salt. Bring it out here so I can get it on there evenly. I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of salt. There's more than that in here, but we're going to use that later. And just cover it. Then we're going to toss that up just to make sure it's covered. All right, what we're covering with the coating on this is a little reverse some of the recipes that you see. Usually it's a lot of flour and maybe a little cornstarch. We're going the opposite way here. Got about a 1/4 cup of the cornstarch and about 1/8 of a cup of all-purpose flour. Also adding to that 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Cornstarch is a pure starch. It doesn't have any protein in it, so it makes a really crispy wing. The only drawback is it doesn't brown because there's no protein in it, so that's why we're adding the flour, the all-purpose flour. Baking powder is an awesome thing for frying. It is a mixture of baking soda, a mild acid, and cornstarch as a buffer. Baking powder used in baking makes things super crispy. Like if you're doing a chocolate chip cookie or something and you want it crispier, you'd add baking powder to your recipe. It crisps because what it does is it reacts with the frying oil, actually double action baking powder now, so it starts to react a little bit with moisture, and it also reacts when it hits the heat. So what it does is it creates bubbles on the surface of whatever you're frying, and it makes it lighter and crispier batter. So we've got these coated. You can also season your batter, but I like my wings with a sauce on them, so it doesn't really matter. I just seasoned them with salt. Okay, you're going to coat. You can always coat them again if they're not coated perfectly. I'm going to let these rest at room temp for about 15 to 20 minutes. Let the coating really adhere. And we're going to use that time to start our fryer and get our oil temp. So, be right back. Oh, geez. So So our chicken's been resting on the wire rack for about 20 minutes and our oil is hot enough to go. A lot of the wing recipes usually will recommend frying them at 350 degrees. I find that I like 375 better. So take this off, and when you coat the wings occasionally, which I had to do here, the little skin coming through, what you want to do is just give them another shake in the bag and coat them again, which I did here. So just to assure that we do have a good coating on here. And I'm not going to crowd the pan too much. I'm going to do these in 2 batches. Okay, so our wings have been cooking for about 7 minutes. You want about 165, and when you're going in, you want to make sure you're not touching bone. Okay, we got it. All right, so I'm going to take these out and let them drain. I know the popular method is to let them drain on a paper towel, but then the wing kind of steams on itself, so it gets a little soggy in the bottom. So I like to do it on a wire rack like we're doing here. I'm going to put the next batch in, and we'll fry those. Wait for our oil to get up to the right temp again, which is 375, and it looks like we're already there. So into the spa we go, little babies, little cheekies. All right, see you in about 7 minutes. So our second batch is coming out of the fryer. Gonna let these rest on the rack as well. And then we're gonna give them a second fry because I like them super crispy. I wanna hear my wings when I bite into them. So we're gonna give them a quick second fry. We did 7 minutes on the first fry just to make sure they were cooked through. We're gonna let these rest on the rack about another 3 or 4 minutes. And then we'll put them right back into the fryer. We'll put the whole batch in at the same time. All right, so our second fry is done. We're gonna pull those out right now. And we're gonna let them rest on this rack as we did the first time while we make our sauce. We're going to go into sauces and coatings in depth a little bit later in the series, but right now we're just going to do a basic buffalo sauce for these guys. For a second or two while I'm doing this. And while my dog's coughing up a hairball. Okay, just so you can see how crispy they are, or hear how crispy. I'll put it a little closer to my microphone. Oh boy, it's really hot. Oh, don't try that at home, folks. Anyway, they're still resting, so let's do our sauce. We're doing a basic buffalo sauce. We've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter and a half a cup of Frank's Red Hot. I'm told that if it's not Frank's Red Hot, it's not truly a buffalo wing. So I'm a fan anyway. Actually, I like the extra hot. But today we're going to do it with the regular, because that's what I have in the cabinet. I like spicy food. All right, so I'm going to put this. They've been resting, so now we're going to put them in the sauce. One thing you don't want to do is put your wings too soon before you serve them, because they'll get soggy. Once you plate them and put them out, you don't have to worry about them sitting too long, because I tell you, your guests will be on there like vultures. When you put out a plate of wings or a platter of shrimp, it won't sit around long enough to get soggy. So you can hear, I hope you can hear it, I hope the microphone's picking it up, that they're super crispy. Okay, and I know they usually serve with blue cheese dip. We're going to take some blue cheese, actually it's Cambozola, because I didn't have anything else, and sprinkle it on the top. Let the heat do its thing, just for garnish, and we're ready to roll. This is my favorite part of shooting these videos. Perfect. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share it with friends. Thanks a lot for watching.